For Friday, the 1st of March. Hurrah! Only one day to go, and then it's weekend. And I'd like to say thank you to my colleague Ross for a very nice plug that he has just posted on LinkedIn. It's nice to know you enjoy these things, Ross. So, right, let's get stuck into today. There's a really good article that I came across on Security Affairs, which talks about a new APT group that is targeting officials in Europe. The group is known as Spiked Wine, and it has developed a backdoor known as Wine Loader. Now, there is a nice diagram and a good walk through exactly how this particular piece of malware gets distributed and installed. So there are some half decent indicators of compromise or indicators of attack that you may be able to pull out of this particular article, which will help you. It is the has been seen recently to be targeting, as we say, officials in Europe. Now, bearing in mind the UK is, at least theoretically, still part of geographically part of Europe. Any attacker group that is attacking Europe we should consider ourselves to be, potentially part of that target group as well. Goodness me, stringing words together this morning is clearly a difficult thing to do. Must be the end of the week. Have a look at this. Do make sure that you are aware of this. There is a link to a PDF document, which is the starting point. There's a link to where the PDF document was uploaded to VirusTotal. It's been around for probably no more than it's certainly been well known for no more than a month, although it may date back to actually sometime last year that this particular campaign kicked off. A little bit uncertain at the moment, but definitely interesting write-up. Definitely one to be aware of. Now, in dark reading, I came across an article this morning talking about the fact that Hugging Face AI platform is riddled with hundreds of malicious code execution models. It is basically a good demonstration of the growing risk that weaponized publicly available AI models are out there. And it's a kind of a reminder, I think, that we all need to be perhaps doing a little more to understand these emerging threats and understand what we can do in order to address these. There is, the article. It's a good article. It does explain exactly how this particular how these particular malicious AI models work, at least in principle. So it's definitely worth a read. Then, how do you mitigate the risks of these things? Well, it's difficult. It is worth making sure that you are treating AI models with the respect that they deserve. Do make sure you understand what it is that you are doing with AI. Make sure that if you are using sort of API tokens to access your own AI systems, you're keeping those well secured and so on and so forth. So it's more a recommendation just to have a look at this and have a think about it. it's part of a growing threat landscape. Yes, we're all kind of aware of it. No, I don't think we understand this as well as we understand other threat models that are out there. And I think we owe it to ourselves as part of the industry to be as informed as we need to be with this stuff, and make sure that our organisations are taking reasonable and appropriate steps to keep this stuff under control. And then finally from me, CISA, so the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, has recommended that Ivanti VPN gateways should be treated with caution, even if they've been reset to factory defaults and reconfigured. What they're basically saying, so we're aware of the fact that Ivanti VPN appliances have been in the wars over the last few weeks. Various vulnerabilities that have been actively exploited. It is unclear quite how persistent some of the compromises may be, but it is entirely possible that there are, in fact, I think it is true to say that CISA is aware of the fact that there are rootkits out there that have been designed to persist beyond a factory reset and evade Ivanti's internal integrity checker. So looks like if you are aware that if you use Ivanti VPN devices, you're aware that they have been compromised. Definitely check with Ivanti as to what you should be doing with those devices. CISA says consider this a significant risk. Now, CISA is, as I said before, CISA is pretty conservative about these things. They don't rush into, certainly not into scaremongering. So if they have released something that says that this is the case, it will be the case. And it is, I think, probably foolish to ignore advice from CISA. They may not be the first people to warn you of things, but when they do warn you of things, those things are almost always true. So that's all for today. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you have a great weekend. And I will be back with you, hopefully a little bit more articulate, on Monday morning.